Hey, this is Hans-Peder. So today I want to talk about like manifesting and generating things in your life by your thoughts. And now at first it might sound like really, woo-woo and like some hippie stuff or something like that. But when we actually think about it, it's really scientifically, researched and backed up. Because if you think about it, it is proven that your thoughts, if you're really stressed out and you're thinking really stressful thoughts and really fearful thoughts all the time, that will, generate specific hormones in your body, stress hormones and stuff like that, and will affect how your body reacts to stuff, and it will affect your blood pressure and how easily you lose weight and how easily you gain weight and stuff like that. So it's scientifically proven that your thoughts affect your body. So to some extent, you can't disagree with the fact that you can manifest with your mind because you're already doing it, because the thoughts you have changed the way your body are to some extent, and that's pretty to the point, pretty practical. There's not a lot of discussion there, but also your thoughts also change, the environment around you. And again, to some extent, this makes sense. Like if you take like millionaires and billionaires and Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, for that matter, also all these really successful people. A lot of them, of course, not everyone, but a lot of them also have really strong control over their thoughts and their mind. They're really productive. They only see things in the best possible light, in the way that's a positive. They've really shaped their mind to be, yeah, like a billionaire. And because they think like they do, and when they think like they do, they act in a certain way. And when they act in a certain way, they get certain results. So these people have basically, manifested the life they want because, the way they look at the world and the way they think have generated their results. So, manifesting and stuff like this doesn't really sound so mystical and so strange and weird when you actually think about it. It's pretty practical. So yeah, and again, the widespread practices like creative visualization, where you visualize me trying to speak, the thing you want in life. So for example, you visual. Oh God, I'm butchering the word so hard. Visualize, what you want in life, and stuff like that, and you imagine it, and then you try to bring it forth because your brain begins to think about it and you act in a certain way. So it's really possible to, manifest actually. It's not so strange as it sounds. And of course, there are different ways to do it. The first and the most important one is to be really clear about your thoughts. And I know, you can control your thoughts, and I also have some really, bad thoughts at times, and they come and go. But you should really be aware what you let in. But because even though you can't control your thoughts, you can control how much you worry, and how much you think about what other people are doing, and how you, yeah, and the amount of resentment and all these things. So even though some bad thoughts might come in, you can add fuel to the fire, so to speak. So really, really be careful about what you think about, and accept the bad thoughts when they're there, but don't make it worse by worrying or these things. And also be afraid what you put into your mind. So we've already established that what you think and how you behave is how what you manifest out in the world, and what you think is also a product of your environment. So you should probably not stuff your head with random Facebook feeds and trashy TV and soap operas and stuff like that. Just a lot of useless stuff. You should stuff your mind with books and educational videos and things that can improve your life. And of course, this doesn't mean that you can't have Facebook and can't look at Facebook, but you should really be aware of the content you consume. I think we can agree that someone who's consuming 5 hours of trashy TV and Paradise Hotel and stuff like that, and someone who's spending 5 hours reading about spirituality, about productivity, about how to improve, there's gonna be a big difference between these two, especially in the long run, because they begin to consume more and more of this knowledge. So yeah, you should really be aware what you let into your brain, and you should also be aware of your thoughts. These things will really start to change your life. And also you should be aware of what you want. because a lot, and I'm really, what do you call it? There's also a problem that I have. You have to be clear and really zoom in on the goal you want, and that's something I'm bad at myself actually, and getting clarity and stuff like that, and something I have to improve on. But it's so important because if you're a ship out in the ocean, you can't sail to a specific, like, get out of the ocean to a port if you don't know where you're gonna sail. You're just gonna be stuck on the ocean because you don't know where you want to go. And it's basically the same in life. You don't want to be stuck on the ocean. You have to be specific about where you want to go. So, and again, I'm really hypocritical here because it's something I have to improve on myself also. But it doesn't change how important it is. So yeah, so for example, you really have to, don't just say to yourself, "Oh, I want to be rich." That sounds nice. Actually, focus on how do we want to be rich, how much money do we want to earn, how do we want to earn that money, and all these things. Really get specific and start to visualize it. Visualize how it would feel to have this money, to achieve this goal. Because if you already feel like you've accomplished it, you will act like a person who already have accomplished the goal, which means you're going to accomplish it. I know it sounds a little weird and strange, but imagine you could act like you do now. Like, what should we say? Okay, just for an example, right now you earn $10 a week. Let's just say, as an example, you will act as a person who earns $10 a week, but and you want to earn, I don't know, $100 a week. Just the amount doesn't matter. Just an example. So if you try to earn $100 a week, you're gonna do it from the mindset and for the perspective of a dude who's earning $10 a week. So that's probably not gonna get you very far. But instead, if you do creative visualization and visualize that you've already earned $100 a week and you're doing it every week, and you are a person who earns $100 a week, you'll begin to act and especially feel like a person who earns $100 a week. And that way, and when you act and behave like someone who earns $100 a week, you're gonna manifest it into your world, And again, it's not like magic or nonsense. It makes sense, because when you act and feel like someone who earns more money, you will of course begin to behave and make choices that are different from someone who earns $10 a week. And you're actually gonna change your life in this way and manifest. The important thing here is, of course, to stay committed and keep visualizing, and again, visualize on a clear and specific goal, so you know what you're going after, and then feel like you've already accomplished it, because all these feelings, and you will feel like someone who's already done it, and you will become that person. So yeah, this was a little rundown of how to manifest and actually do it, and it's not no magical process at all. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. So yeah, be aware of the thoughts you have, because if you have bad thoughts, it will form a bad reality for you, so to speak. Be aware of what information and content you consume in general. Doesn't mean you can't, watch Netflix or Facebook. Just don't let it fill your whole mind, And then, be specific and clear about your goals. That's really important, and what you want to achieve. And then do creative visualization. Visualize how it would feel to achieve that goal and slowly become that person, who achieves that kind of goal. So yeah, and of course the key element here is to keep doing it. You can't just do it for a week and say, "Oh, that didn't work," whatever. You have to stay committed and do it every day. So yeah, I pray for you to have good results and to improve your life. See you guys later. Bye.